The premier stand-up combat league made a grand return to Chicago for the second time this year for Glory 58. It was a night of knockouts in the Windy City. We'll show you those, plus the heavyweight battle of the Titans between the number 1 and number 4 ranked heavyweights. Then it's the rematch for Glory's middleweight championship of the world, when current title holder Alex Pereira of Brazil looks to defend for the third time against number 1 contender Simon Marcus of Canada, whom he took the belt from back at Glory 46. Don't go anywhere. It's Glory 58 Rewind, and it starts right now. We start in the welterweight division, where hometown favorite Richard Abraham made his 5th appearance in Chicago as he took on Omari Boyd.
Let's jump into our highlights between Omari Boyd and Richard Maximus Abraham.
Yeah, very close fight right from the start. Abraham really pressuring with his boxing, trying to get in there, make some low kicks, but Omari Boyd just kept answering back, kept pushing forward, especially with his boxing in the first few rounds.
Let him go, work out.
And even in this clinch range, there's a lot of messy exchanges and punches and clinching and grabbing and knees, but again, the same kind of thing happened in that second round. Good forward pressure from the hands from both guys. Here, Abraham trying to get inside, mixing that right hand, but here's that tight in-range fighting from the two of them that really made it hard on the inside. I liked in the third round when Omari Boyd started using his kicks more, but the fight came up to that third round and both guys really left it out there and put a lot of good pressure and volume.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout goes the distance, so we go to the judges' scorecard. Here are the totals. 29-28 Abraham, 29-28 Boyd, and our 3 remaining judges also score the bout 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Omari Boyd.
In the most closely contested fight of the night, Boyd squeaked out a split decision, much to the dismay of Abraham and the home crowd. Next, 8th-ranked Matt Baker took on Glory newcomer Thomas Jenkins in middleweight action.
So high praise from Joseph Balsalini for Matt Baker, who Bazooka thinks could one day be a legit contender in the middleweight division. First up, though, he's got to get past a very rugged and determined Tom Jenkins fighting out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, whose beard is already winter ready. Matt Baker wearing the white gloves, Jenkins in the black. Two similar sized guys here, Joe. What's going to be the difference?
Well, I think Jenkins is going to want to try to close distance a little bit more, where I think we're going to see Baker try to use more combinations, really good with his high kicks. But I know Jenkins really likes to look for that left hook to the body, where Baker's going to go for low kicks and high kicks.
Fight out. Fight out.
That's what Baker told us. He expects Tom Jenkins to go for the low kicks. Says that he prefers a slower pace, so Matt Baker's going to try and pick things up, make him more active than he wants to be.
Yeah, I like that right knee from Jenkins there.
You know, a lot of fighters backstage are extremely tense before fights, all business. Matt Baker was joking, taking photographs of fans, laughing, having a good time. What were you like before fights, Joe?
I was super serious. I mean, once that my hand wraps were on, I hit this switch on, and I was blank stare. You couldn't even talk to me.
What if your mom walked into the dressing room?
No talking. No talking. Focus.
Stop. Split it up. Fight.
Jenkins calling this a dream come true. 25-4 as an amateur. Said he loves the liver shot. Went for one there. Baker blocked it.
He's gone a few times to that liver shot.
Baker just looks a little more comfortable in the ring right now.
Back up, back up, back up, back up.
That's to be expected considering this is the Glory debut for Tom Jenkins.
Yeah, there's a lot more experience from Baker as well.
Fight out, gentlemen, let's go.
Quick little right hand that landed from Baker. Now it's Jenkins who's trying to press the pace.
Yeah, Baker seems content with just lighter touch boxing. He's probably going to try to rip in some hard body shots and some low kicks.
Fight out. Stop. Bring it up.
Baker was worried about a slow pace,
Fight.
and that's what we're getting right now.
Yeah, he's bringing that slow pace back. I want to see him put more of his combinations together.
Try that high kick. It worked in the last fight, that's for sure.
Stop.
A lot of inside grappling here between these two.
Fight. Stop.
A late overhand right connects there for
round,
Baker.
gentlemen.
Let's see who the judges give that round to. As we get set for round two here
Round
between
two.
Tom Jenkins and Matt Baker. Open scoring tonight, so you'll soon see what all 5 judges thought of round 1. Much faster pace to start this round.
Pace is starting to pick up.
4 of the 5 gave it to Baker, 1 for Jenkins.
Stop. Good. Fight it out. Fight.
Baker said he wants to fight more often after this fight.
Jenkins found a right hand there, though.
Right. You head, bro?
Baker busier, Jenkins more accurate in the total strikes. Good low kick there for Baker. Jenkins fighting with a lot more confidence here in the second
Yeah, he's
round.
pushing forward a little bit more comfortably, and he's found 2 nice right hands.
Stop. Break. Fight.
Nobody really sitting down on their punches yet, Joe.
Seems to be more of a volume pepper style.
That high kick, about a foot over the head of Jenkins.
You haven't seen Jenkins go for that left body hook yet. Baker trying to set things up off of his straight punches.
Baker predicted a high kick knockout. Jenkins said he'd finish Baker with the liver shot.
Fight. Okay.
Still wait for one of these guys to sit down and throw a big bomb with the hands. Like right now, there's one.
Yeah, both guys have found their right hand. I think that's the shot that both are really looking for. Baker trying to set it up with his jab.
Break.
Jenkins coming forward as a counter.
Fight.
A lot of arm punches.
Fight out.
Is that what you do if you're connecting at will like that? You just keep throwing volume, or do you say, you know what? If I'm going to hit him, might as well hit him hard.
Well, you got to use the volume to try to set up power, and that's the key, is maybe using some light straight punches to get the guard up, and then that's when you rip hard punches to the body. But those cumulative lighter shots seems to be doing some damage for Baker.
Yeah, Jenkins knows the bloody mess, and he's having trouble seeing as well.
Yeah, Baker's trying a lot of good straight punches, trying to sit behind his jab a little bit.
Maybe Baker sees the damage he's doing, just figures eventually I'm going to drop him. And there it is! On cue!
Good timing, Mr. Grisham.
The right hand did the trick.
6, 7, 8.
I don't know how much Jenkins got left in him.
5. Back up, 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 back up.
He's ready to go.
Final round, final round. Fight. Good fight, bro.
Here we go here. Baker says, good fight, bro. But you know Baker wants to finish here.
Oh, Jenkins walking in with his hands a little low. He's got to be careful.
Well, Jenkins says, listen, I might be going down, but I'm going down swinging. That's what you want to see. Your glory debut.
Fight out.
We've
Fight
seen guys
out.
hang around just
Stop.
because of the way they fight,
Stop.
not whether they
Break.
win or lose.
Well, even if Matt Baker wants his head kick finish, now I'd start mixing in my low kicks and my head kicks. You got Jenkins thinking boxing only. Now's the time to mix in high kicks.
That's a distance to throw one. Walks right into a jab to Jenkins.
Yeah, Jenkins wants those knees, but
Fight
he's got to
out.
eat a straight punch from Baker
Stop.
to do it.
Break. Watch the holding, all right? That's it. Fight.
Now another one. Jenkins in the corner. This may be stopped in a moment.
Stop.
Jenkins using the clinch to survive. Smart move.
A minute 45 left. It probably will feel like an hour 45 for Jenkins to go down goes down for the second time. And this seems like the end.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Walk to me. Hands up.
Made it up just in time.
He's going to keep going, but for how long?
This is where Baker, if he wants his head kicked,
That's
boom!
Left, right, finish. Matt Baker, the Butcher, with a KO win.
He found his straight punches, and then he mixed in that 3-2 punch for the finish.
9, 10.
Not sure why the referee needed to count that.
Matt Baker.
Yeah, and it was Matt Baker really staying patient with his straight punches and wasn't really putting too much power behind his shots, but eventually he was able to find some good shots. Both guys really looking for their right hands, but a lot of patience and good combinations from Matt Baker. Really looking to use his straight punches until he found that finish with a nice left hook straight right down the middle. Constant pressure, good mix. Once you know you have those straight punches, that's when he started going for the round attacks. But that finish was just beautifully timed. Jenkins trying to go out on his shield. He knew he needed a finish, so that's when Matt Baker found that straight right down the middle in that finish.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout comes to an end with an official time of 1 minute 55 seconds of that third and final round, and is ruled a knockout for your winner, Matt Baker.
Baker dominated from the outset, and his easy knockout victory over Jenkins served notice to the division's elite. No doubt his 8th ranked standing is sure to climb. Next up, 6th ranked featherweight Anvar Boynazarov took his 93 career wins into the ring against the young and aggressive Bailey Sugden out of the UK.
Here's some highlights from our first fight of the night here. Anvar Boynazarov and Bailey Sugden.
And it was a real exciting one. A lot of good back and forth. The judges had it up in the air all the way throughout, but Bailey Sugden really trying to initiate the pace, especially with his boxing, but Boynazarov's counter punches kept doing a lot of good damage. Just when you think Bailey Sugden was getting momentum, Anvar came back and landed some good shots to keep Bailey Sugden honest. There's a nice solid right hand from Boynazarov. Bailey continuing to press forward. For only 20 years old, he saw a lot of good pressure against the experience. There he had another right hand from Boynazarov. Got a little comfortable when he was throwing his combinations, and that's where the big success of Boynazarov came from. Third round, trying to mix in some spectacular offense with those flying knees. But back and forth, either way, both guys think they won it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of kickboxing, we go to the judges' scorecard. Let's take a look at the totals. They give us back a split decision. Scoring this bout, 30-27, Boynazarov. 30-27, Sugden. 29-28, Sugden. 29-28, Boynazarov. And our 5th and final judge scores the bout 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Anvar Boynazarov.
Inching out the split decision, Boynazarov walks away looking for his next fight to be up against a top 5 ranked opponent. When we return, we highlight a knockout of the year contender, 2 heavyweight battles featuring 3 of the top 10 in the division, and a rematch for the middleweight title. Don't go anywhere. Glory 58 Rewind will be right back. Welcome back to Rewind. With 9 career victories, 8 of them coming by knockout, Troy Jones, in only his 2nd Glory appearance, took on Glory veteran Casey Green in welterweight action. Would Green become his next victim?
Judge. Troy Jones graduated from college. Was a D2 All-American in college football. Said he sold everything he had. He and his wife moved to Thailand to concentrate full-time on Muay Thai. He then signed with Glory Kickboxing, and now with the biggest opportunity of his life.
Yeah, Jones from more of a traditional style Muay Thai background. mean, since his Glory debut, he had 2 Muay Thai fights, both finishes with elbows. Here he just found a good right hand.
They both cracked each
Fight
other.
your way out, fight your way out.
Whoa, and a straight left hand.
3,
That was a solid stiff jab
5,
from Troy Jones.
6, 7.
Imagine what he can do with a power punch.
Ready?
And there's that finishing power.
Fight!
8 of his 9 wins have come by knockout. Can he make it 9 of 10? Another knee there for Troy Jones. And a third. And then a high kick! See you later! Lights out! Troy Trouble Jones with a defining moment of his young kickboxing career.
And that's what a finisher does. He gets you hurt and he puts the finish, and no better finish than that knockout.
A knockout of the year contender from Troy Trouble Jones. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen.
And already Casey was already rocked from that nice stiff jab right here. It was just enough right on that point to put Casey backwards. And then he comes in here, boom! Came right over with that right high kick.
Oh my word. Troy Jones could fight another 20 years and never get a head kick knockout quite like that.
To an end, 1 minute into the fight and ends by knockout. For your winner, now advancing to the tournament final, Troy Jones.
Jones, who claimed knockout of the night and a nomination for knockout of the year, is another new talent in the already deep welterweight division. Next, in a heavyweight clash, 7th-ranked Junior Tafa took to the glory ring one more time to show the world that he belongs among the tops in the division as he took on newcomer Hayes Wilson.
So Hayes Wilson with the foot stomp in the middle of the ring. Sort of like Junior Dos Santos in the UFC. Junior Tafa not impressed.
All right, are you ready?
This could be over in a hurry.
Let's go.
Scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Both men with heavy, heavy hands.
You're gonna see Wilson try to use his low kicks a little bit more. But there's Tafa already swinging for that finish.
Ooh. Tafa's got quick hands too.
Yeah, I feel Hayes has to move around a little bit more. He can't just stand there.
That knee just stood Hayes right up.
Hayes going for those low kicks.
A lot of movement for a heavyweight for Hayes Wilson.
No surprise, Tafa gonna really mix in that right hand. He's gonna go uppercut, body.
Good work, guys.
Overhand right caught
Back of that head.
Hayes Wilson right above the ear. This is not going well for Wilson. Not just because of the punching power, but lots of knees landing for Tafa too.
And Tafa keeps throwing that right hand, and that's his best shot, and he throws it in different angles and different levels. But ultimately, it's his knees that are doing a lot of the work.
Whoa! Down goes the hooligan.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn around. You want to continue? Step forward. Step forward. Step forward. Step forward. You want to continue?
Hayes Wilson is stopped. The referee asked him, do you want to continue? He said, yes, sir. But the ref was not buying it, and it's over.
I just felt like Wilson didn't show enough confidence that he wanted to go. The ref asked him 2 times, but that it also is Hayes Wilson's type of personality. He's not very loud and outspoken, so I'm not too sure what's going on in his head.
Here's a look at the knockdown and technically a knockout.
And it's all that power from Junior Tafa. No surprise. We knew it was going to come from that right hand. He found some good knees as well, but ultimately it was that right hand that got him that finish.
Tafa predicted an easy night of work, Joe, but I didn't think it'd be that easy.
No, I didn't think so either, but again, good power, and Tafa, known as a first-round finisher, keeps up with that nickname that he's creating for himself.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our referee Dave Smith steps in to wave off this contest. with an official time of 1 minute 35 seconds of that very first round, and it comes to an end by technical knockout. For your winner, Junior Tafa.
With another first-round KO, his third in glory, Junior Tafa improves to 18-3, 13 of those by knockout. Still to come on Rewind, two of the biggest men on Glory's roster square off when #1 ranked Benjamin Adegbuyi takes on 4th ranked Jafar Wilness. Then the middleweight title is on the line as Alex Pereira makes his third defense of the belt against the man he took it from, #1 ranked Simon Marcus. Don't go anywhere. Glory Rewind will be right back. Welcome back to Rewind. Glory 58 Chicago was treated to a heavyweight battle of the Titans when #1 ranked Benjamin Adegbuyi and 4th ranked Jafar Wilness took to the Glory ring.
Their last battle, October 9th, 2015, was one of the best heavyweight fights of the year. Jafar Wilness threw 354 strikes. Adegbuyi 246. That's outrageous for this division.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. They were non-stop combo exchanging back and forth. And what Jafar Wilness did well is he got on the inside, attacked the body, mixed in uppercuts, where Adegbuyi just kept countering back. And right away, you see him trying to stay behind his jab because he knows Jafar wants to get inside.
Adegbuyi in the white gloves, fighting out of Romania. Jafar Wilness from the Netherlands in the black. If it's anything like their first fight, they will land power punch after power punch.
Adegbuyi's got a really good jab, so that's why Jafar wants to kind of get inside and jam his punches.
According to the odds makers out in Las Vegas, Nick Kalakis has Benjamin Adegbuyi as a -400 favorite. 4-1, ladies and gentlemen. That seems very large. Especially considering in their first fight, it was a split decision.
Yeah, Adegbuyi really throwing some pro punches, trying to maybe set up his low kicks and body shots. But since their last meeting, we saw Benjamin Adegbuyi change camps. He's now training with Rico Verhoeven and Dennis Crowell at Super Pro. And it was a lot more focus Adegbuyi in this camp. He spent the full 7 weeks in Holland training for it. Where Jafar and Coliseum have a new gym that they just opened, a huge facility.
Uppercut split the guard there for Jafar Wilness.
His uppercuts are one of his best punches, and especially when he rips the body, then goes up for that uppercut. Very dangerous.
Finally, Adegbuyi sitting down on some punches now as both men try to feel each other out a little bit. First minute and a half. A push kick there from Wilness.
Adegbuyi just missed with an uppercut.
Wilness a little bit of a slow starter, at least he was against Jamal bin Sadiq. Lost the first round, then just came out to clubber the big Moroccan after that.
Once he gets going, you're going to see a lot of good volume work, especially with the body.
Adegbuyi said he's not looking for the knockout tonight, but feels if he can land one big power punch like that, he could get it. There's a second.
Nice right hook, right uppercut from Adegbuyi.
So that probably turned the round in the favor of Adegbuyi if he was indeed behind it all. Those two big punches.
Fight your way out.
In a kickboxing show, you can't afford to give a round away.
No, with only 3 rounds, and you lose the first round, you got a lot of catch-up work.
Yeah,
a lot more pressure.
In boxing, when you're going 10 or 12 rounds, a round off here or there, no problem.
Some 5-round fighters might even take a round off, win 4, but 3 rounds, you got to press.
Stop!
So they've anticipated
Fight!
the pickup in pace from Jafar.
Round 2.
Benny really looking for that right hook. Now going as a southpaw. Seems to really be hunting for that right overhand.
Wilness plodding forward, not throwing nearly as many strikes as we saw in their first contest, though, Joe.
Yeah, no, he's staying behind his guard a little bit more. But this could be the improvements of Adekbui. See him switching stances. The first more. He's not letting Adekbui get too much momentum. Sorry, Wilness get too much momentum.
Wilness still waiting to land one big shot. Trying to get some momentum. There's another uppercut.
Nice counter from Adekbui.
Wilness used to be very good at soccer. Then at the age of 22, wanted to test himself as an individual. Took his younger brother Jason to the kickboxing gym in Utrecht, Netherlands, Coliseum, and that's where he's been since day one. Another high kick from Benny. This is not what we expected from Jafar Wilness.
But what Adekbui is doing well is he's staying busy. By staying busy against someone with a forward pressure high shield, it kind of slows down the output. But is Adekbui slowing down? Is that the plan? Let Jafar come in there, grind him out. But he's got to pick up the pace. He's down in that first round.
Adekbui not necessarily in a hurry to get out of the corner or off the ropes. Why is that?
No, he doesn't mind the in-close fighting. He seems to be doing well in there. There he's pivoting out. But it might be more exhausting for him to continually move and get his feet moving. So he seems to be content sitting in that close range and trying to mix in his right hand and his uppercuts. And some good knees as well.
Now Wilness starting to pick up the output a little bit. Nothing too effective though. Right hand from Adekbui. Whoa, was that a knockdown?
Neutral corner! Neutral corner! Two!
They're gonna give it a knockdown. Jafar Wilness saying he slipped. I think he was trying to throw a spinning back fist.
Yeah, he keeps pointing to his glove. I don't know what he means by that.
Hey, look at me. Hands up.
He's saying maybe
Hands
the
up.
shot
Look
hit
at
the
me.
glove.
Ready? Fight!
Well, now a lot of work to do for Wilness. Looks like he's gonna need a knockout. Oh, and that is a straight knockdown for sure for Benny. Right at the end of round two.
Jafar Wilness tried to make up for that knockdown and then got caught.
7, 8, hands up.
Well, you know, it really doesn't change much, Joe. He needed a knockout either way.
Absolutely.
Well, 3 minutes now for Wilness to completely turn things around here and knock out the #1 ranked contender in the heavyweight division. These good friends hug it out. 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, they've sparred in the past, and they said they're friends, but tonight they're going to be enemies. And then after again, they'll be friends again. But here comes Adekbui.
Oh, Wilness not on clear legs right now. You can see they're still a little off balance. All 5 judges scoring that 10-7 as they should have.
There's that body work from Jafar Wilness, which I thought I was going to see a little bit more from. But good output from Benny in this fight.
Believe it or not, Wilness has been busier and more accurate. But when you're knocked down twice, it's hard to win rounds. There's another knee from Adekbui. Jafar throwing one of his own. Does Wilness have the power to end this fight, Joe?
Absolutely, he's got that power, but he's got to find the right timing with it. He can't just open up with a single shot. I feel if he's going to do it, he's got to put some punches together. Maybe go head, body, head with his combinations to try to move Adekbui's tight defensive guard.
Tried to exchange hooks there, and Adekbui got the better of it. Downstairs, they exchange low kicks.
Jafar's not going to back down. He's going to stay head-to-head and keep fighting. There he goes, trying to put some punches together, but Adekbui's really good defensively.
Adekbui trains with Rico Verhoeven. They're sparring partners, they're friends. That's why they may not want to fight a third time, but Adekbui's getting to a point now, Joe, where he says, listen, enough's enough. I think I'm the best heavyweight in the world. I got a chance to prove it. I want to do it.
Yeah, they're waiting for Glory to call that fight. They're not really looking for it, but they've learned so much together. To have the two best heavyweights in the world training together, you got to think how much value you're getting out of that.
And you know, Adegbuyi knows deep down if he can beat Rico or not. He spars with him every week, and he said, listen, some days he gets me, but some days I get him.
Watch those hands, guys.
Just over a half minute to go. Wilness opening up a little bit.
Landed a few through that guard of Adegbuyi.
Nice knee there from Wilness.
And that pressure that he has, he could probably go 2 more at this pace. Impressive conditioning from both gentlemen.
And Wilness getting his shots in late, but it's going to be too late as Adegbuyi, thanks to 2 knockdowns in round 2, will win again, this time over Jafar Wilness. Who knows, maybe Rico's next opponent, if he beats Guto, will be the gentleman.
Yeah, and he looked great in this fight. He showed a lot of good fighting from the in-close range. He knew Jafar Wilness was, you know, going to come forward with that volume and that pressure, but he was able to find his right hand and got this nice knockdown at the end of the second round. 2 knockdowns in that second round. You know, Jafar Wilness really had to push the pace like he always does, trying to find some offense, but at that point, it was a little too late. Adegbuyi with a dominant win.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. Here are the totals. All 5 of our ringside judges see them out and score them out the same. 29-26, a unanimous decision. All for your winner, Benjamin Adegbuyi.
With the win, Adegbuyi further establishes himself as the #1 contender and deserving of another title shot. Next up, a man on a mission. Brazilian Alex Pereira takes on 2-time Glory champion Simon Marcus for the middleweight title. Don't go anywhere. Glory 58 Rewind will be right back. Welcome back to Rewind. Glory 58's main event featured the title rematch between Glory middleweight champion Alex Poatan Pereira and the one Simon Marcus, the division's #1 contender. Much was at stake as Pereira looked to defend for the 3rd time by taking down Marcus for the 2nd time, while Marcus was looking to become Glory's first 3-time Glory champion.
Simon Marcus, after losing his title, has won back-to-back fights, a knockout in the first round over Zach Wells, and then a decision, a split win over Jason Wilness back in August. Quick turnaround for him, but he loves to fight and is getting another big opportunity here tonight. Scheduled for 5 rounds in Chicago. And what are you looking for here in the first round, Joe, that'll kind of tell the tale of where we're headed in this fight?
Well, I think we're going to be patient here, and I think that's where Pereira's been doing a good job at pacing himself for that 5 round, where I think the same thing's going to come from Simon. He's going to try to find his low kicks, his left body kick, probably a nice solid jab to try to keep Pereira at bay.
What do you think of this quick turnaround for Simon Marcus, who just fought August 10th?
Well, maybe he's got a good camp. He had a good, solid win against Jason Wilness, and right from there, he spent a few weeks in Thailand, so he really hasn't had any breaks.
See if he fades late in this fight.
And there, him in his camp, we're talking about improving his boxing. That seemed to be the issue in the first fight, so let's see what adjustments they have made.
Pereira may be the best boxer in all of Glory, but he's getting better with his feet and especially with his knees.
Yeah, and it's his confidence too, and his ability to fight for 5 rounds and pace himself has just been really incredible.
He's so heavy-handed, that's why they call him hands of stone. He was 25-4 as an amateur, Joe, in kickboxing, 25 knockouts.
Yeah, and he's got professional boxing experience as well. He's got good knees when he mixes with his boxing, and we saw that in his first title defense against Belgari. Belgari's such a tall fighter, Pereira was able to find a knee that cut Belgari and got him the win. As I mentioned in the first fight, Simon found some really good low kicks until he broke his foot.
Simon got caught with a left hook right on the ear.
He needs to stay off the ropes. He can't just sit there and try to get, Pereira's momentum going. Pereira found the left hook.
Conventional wisdom says Pereira can win with his hands, and Marcus can win with his kicks. Is it as simple as that?
Well, I don't think so, because I know they're both prepared for that. So they're really tight on those ranges. Simon throws that overhand right a lot, and you just see Pereira just move his shoulder out of the line to avoid that overhand right.
Don't hold.
Good opening round here for the champ, Pereira.
Work out.
Simon Marcus with so much experience, Joe.
Look at me.
54 professional fights. He's traveled the world, won multiple championships all around the globe.
Simon, let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Work out, guys. Work out. 10 seconds. Let him go. Right.
One of the adjustments Simon had to make with Glory was not being able to use his clinch, and in his Muay Thai bouts, his clinch and elbows were just made him so dominant. So that's where he's learning how to fight in this close range with his boxing.
Let's go.
Now he's a role model, and he's really pushing to show the young Brazilian kids what hard work and dedication can accomplish.
We asked him how he'd celebrate tonight if he won. He said, I'll probably have a Coca-Cola.
Stop. Bucks.
Here are the judges' scores, all 5. Give it to the champ, Joe, 10-9.
Yeah, he's doing a good job at just staying calm. Staying relaxed, staying just out of range of Simon's kicks, because he knows how dangerous they are. But this is where Simon needs to find that right low kick again.
Back of the head.
We know Pereira's expecting the left.
Don't hold him. Let him go.
This is where Simon's low kicks need to go. As Pereira shrugs off that overhand right, he exposes the lead leg.
Pereira looks so much bigger in there tonight, doesn't he?
Yeah, Simon doesn't cut weight. He's really lean, and he stays just a few pounds off of weight. But Pereira had a big cut. I believe that 24 hours out, he showed me the scale, and he was almost like 206 pounds.
There's Howard Wright at the bottom of your screen in the corner of Simon Marcus. Joe, what kind of coach is Howard Wright?
Well, he's been really good for Simon's career. Simon came from a really traditional Muay Thai background, so Howard's done a good job at mixing his boxing and his kicks and establishing the Glory style.
There's Pereira's team on the other side. He fights out of the Peso Pesado team, Sao Paulo, Brazil.
And it was really cool seeing their training. They implement a lot of capoeira, different style kicks. You saw Pereira even moving like a jaguar in the field. Some unorthodox training, which is super cool to see.
That's his favorite animal, Brazilian jaguar.
Nice combination, finish knee from Pereira.
Yeah, Simon Marcus not doing a lot with strikes. He's trying to do some damage with knees on the inside.
He's trying to push in because he doesn't want to stay long, because Pereira could mix his jabs, stay long with his boxing just like
nice
that.
Right hand.
Simon wants to close range and try to mix knees in the clinch.
And Simon Marcus with a left hook.
And Simon needs to be careful walking forward like that. Pereira's got some good uppercuts as well.
Simon Marcus has only landed 10 punches.
Pereira circling to his left to avoid the power of Simon's left kick.
Look how fresh Pereira looks right now.
And he almost found a right hand as Simon was kicking.
Not the start Simon Marcus was looking for.
Let him go. Stop. Turn around. Time. Good job. Way to work. Ready? Bucks.
If you're just joining us, it's Alex Pereira, the middleweight champion, wearing the white gloves. Simon Marcus in the black. This is a rematch of last year in China when Pereira beat Marcus for the title.
There's punches and knees combinations from Pereira, what he's known for.
There's a kick from Simon.
Let him go. Let him go.
Is this the kind of fight you expected from the one?
Well, he has to get inside with Pereira. I still would like to see a few more right low kicks from Simon. But I know Simon's really good in the clinch, so I feel he can really soften up Pereira's body in there.
According to the judging in round 2, 3 gave it to the champ, 2 to the challenger. Therefore, 2 judges have it even, 3 have it 2 rounds to 1 for Pereira.
Nice right body kick from Simon. Pereira continuing to control the ring. Simon seems to be getting a little bit more comfortable now.
Let him go, arms free, let him go. Let that body go, let him go.
Impressed though with Pereira's patience and his breathing right now. He just does not look fatigued at all.
Oh, and he stays really calm, and look how relaxed he is defending Simon's power punches. He just slips off, turns his shoulder, slips his head. Sharp eyes.
If Pereira keeps up like this, you could see him maybe getting a late stoppage over Marcus, who's pouring sweat, breathing with his mouth open. He's working hard in there, Joe.
Yeah, he's working hard, but he does have that ability to keep this pace for 5 rounds. We've seen it.
Work out, guys. Fight out of that. Let's go.
Coming off a quick turnaround. A lot of travel to Thailand.
Come on, fight out, let him go.
Is this peak Simon Marcus?
Let him go, let that body go. Come on, work out. Let him go, Simon.
Exchange knees on the inside.
Let's go.
Well, Simon's done a good job at closing the distance, but is he doing what he needs to do when he gets inside?
Well, closing the distance just shuts down Pereira's boxing, which is what he needs to do. That's his defense to the power punching of Pereira.
Let him go, let him go.
And this way he tries to grind Pereira, try to fatigue him, try to get some knees to the body.
Let him go. Right, come on, guys. Let's go. Fight it out. Let's go.
Ooh, big overhand right connects for Simon Marcus. You know, maybe Pereira's being a little too pedestrian now.
Yeah, he might be a little too patient. You know, that last round we saw 2 judges give it to Simon.
Let's go.
We now enter the championship rounds. We're in the 4th, scheduled for 5. It's been a close contest.
Let him go, Simon. Simon, let him go.
Oh, there's Pereira mixing those knees again, but Simon getting aggressive.
3 judges gave round 3 to Simon Marcus, only 2 to Pereira. So as of now,
Right, step back, guys. Let's go.
it's Pereira up on 4 judges' cards, Marcus up on 1.
Let that body go. Let that body go.
And it seems like the scoring tonight, the judges are really favoring that forward pressure.
Right.
You know, Simon's really coming forward. You see him really putting everything he has behind those shots. So Pereira needs to pick it up.
Nice body shots from those kicks from Simon Marcus. Straight right hand connects for Pereira.
Let him go. Right. Let's go. Punch. No, now,
Simon jumping in for a knee, got caught with a right hand.
There's Pereira circling to the left again to avoid, take some power off the left kick. There's that right kick I like from Simon.
Still waiting for Pereira just to open up a little bit, give us a big flurry. He seems to have the energy.
And the first 2 rounds he was throwing 1-2 hooks, 1-2 uppercuts. We haven't seen that volume style from him in this last few rounds. He seems to be loading up for the 1 shot.
Don't hold him. Let those arms go. Let those arms go.
But it could also be because Simon's pressure is shutting down the boxing.
And maybe Pereira thinks I'm doing enough damage with these knees on the inside. I don't need to be as active with my hands. That's a dangerous thought process.
Yeah.
Pereira, twice as many punches have landed, 50 to 23.
Those arms go. Let them go. Come on, work out, guys. Work out of that. Work out.
See Simon really loading up for that left hand. A lot of knee strikes in the clinch between both of these 2. A lot of the fight happening in that range. Pereira with a low kick of his own, mixed with a high kick to a left hook.
A little bit of a Combination work there from Pereira as Simon again closes the distance. See a few more of those body kicks from Marcus, that'd be good.
Simon, don't grab it. Let him go. Let him go.
And
Simon,
even in their last fight, Simon was fighting backwards a little bit more, but
Made a
I think
big
he's
knee.
hurt.
And
That
then a
left
high
kick
kick.
landed.
And now Simon Marcus
Oh!
just slow, and he got caught with a left hook.
4,
What a big bomb.
6, 7, 8. Step forward. Can you continue? Put your hands up. Show me. Show me. Show
A
me.
game
Step forward.
changer.
Show me.
I
10
don't think
seconds.
Pereira has that power, but he finds the placement perfectly.
Big knee. Simon Marcus still trying to come forward, and he makes it to the end of the round. Fifth and final round, and Simon Marcus needs a knockdown.
Come in.
If he's going to get it, will most likely come from his kicks.
Let's see how he's recovered from that knockdown.
Over the high kick there, now he's backing up.
Pereira needs to be careful too, because Simon's dangerous. I expect Simon to throw some big power punches. Simon with some high kicks of his own, but man, those knees from Pereira just seem to be doing that, most of that damage in those exchanges in that fourth round.
So Pereira coming on strong late. Simon Marcus, though, still has 2 minutes and change to try and do something special here tonight. This is a world title fight. You pull out all the stops.
But even if you look at Pereira, it looks like he was in the first round. Very calm face, not much emotion. Doesn't even look to be breathing heavily.
Let him go, Simon. Let him go.
When you've got hands like Pereira, you're just begging Simon Marcus to throw some power punches at you, because then you can counter him.
Yeah, because when Simon power punches, you see how he opens his chin and he kind of leads with his face, where he needs to kind of keep his chin down and stay a little bit more technical. But at this point of the game, you gotta go for the knockout. So Simon's got a good, solid right hand.
Another knee right through the guard. Pereira continues to walk forward now. Caught him with a left hook coming in. Pereira looking for his 5th consecutive win, his 3rd title defense. Trying to beat former middleweight champion Simon Marcus for the 2nd time. Poatan said he fights because he wants to motivate children in Brazil to be the best they can be, to rise up out of poverty. He grew up extremely poor, grew up on the streets, was an alcoholic as a teenager. He's turned his life around and wants to be the hero to many Brazilian youth right now. Simon Marcus coming forward. He knows he needs a knockout.
Boy. Pereira, man, he's looking impressive. The fact that he can control the pace from 1st to 5 like he did.
Not many fighters have hearts as big as Simon Marcus.
No. He definitely has that warrior spirit.
And he's going to slug it out to the bell, hoping to get lucky and land a big bomb.
Yeah, he's going to go out on his shield if he has to.
And that will do it. Let's look at our highlights from our main event tonight, Middleweight Championship of the World. We start in round 2, Joe.
Yeah, good boxing versus that good pressure. And a lot of the fight happened in the clinch. And both guys wanted to avoid the power shots by staying in there and going back and forth with the knees. Simon Marcus likes that with his Muay Thai background. But you see Pereira staying really patient, trying to mix in his front kicks. And he knew Simon was going to come aggressive with his hands, and he was just able to slip off these punches and not really take the full force behind those. But what really impressed me with Pereira was his ability to mix his knees with his punches. He stays calm defensively, used his clinch, and then was able to find these knees, which split Simon open in the 4th round and got that knockdown with a nice left hook. As Simon got aggressive coming forward, Pereira was able to find knees and hooks versus that forward pressure. Simon survived the round, put it into a 5th round where he knew he needed to get that win, so he kind of pushed forward, and Pereira landed still with those good hands. Right hand, left uppercut, followed with his vicious knees to the head and body.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 championship rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. Let's take a look at the totals. 2 of our judges score the bout 48-46. 2 have it 49-45. And our 5th and final judge scores the bout 50-44. It is a unanimous decision. All for your winner. And still Glory middleweight champion of the world, Alex Pereira!
With relentless pressure, Pereira secured the unanimous decision over Marcus, putting him in the discussion as one of Glory's best middleweights of all time. Up next, Glory heads back to Amsterdam for the biggest event of the year for Glory 59 on September 29th, featuring the heavyweight world title fight between the king of kickboxing, Rico Verhoeven, and Brazilian beast, Guto Inocente. Not only do we have the heavyweight world title fight, but a featherweight title rematch and title unification bout between 2-division champion and current featherweight title holder Robin van Roosmalen as he goes up against interim champion Pet Patamrung Kiap Mukau. It all happens September 29th at Glory 59 Amsterdam at the Johan Cruyff Arena for Glory's biggest event of the year. You won't want to miss it. And don't forget to check out all things Glory on our website, glorykickboxing.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as catch up on Glory features and fights on our YouTube channel. We'll see you next time on Glory Rewind.